Hello. So today we're going to be talking about the course request process for your sophomore year. So we'll be talking about credit requirements for graduation, state testing and other graduation requirements, programs that are available to you, the course selection process, talk a bit about electives, and then some resources that are available to you. So for graduation from Issaquah High School, you are going to need a minimum of 24 credits to graduate by the end of your senior year. And here we have listed all of those requirements broken down for you. So you can take a look at that. And we also have some information on the counseling website that goes into this some more. Some other graduation requirements for you. One of them is called a graduation pathway. So this is something that your counselor tracks. It shows the state that you met a certain level of caliber within your classes. So you have to show proficiency in ELA as well as math. So this can be done through testing, through taking specific courses. There's a number of different ways to do this. So you can check in with your counselor if you have specific questions that pertain to you. Otherwise, they'll keep track of it and reach out to you if they have any concerns. Another thing you'll think about is your high school and beyond plan. So this is something that's due at the end of your senior year, by the end of your senior year. So this is activities that are done through Zello. So you should already have a Zello account and have activities, but this is something that you work on throughout high school, and then during your senior year, you finish your high school and beyond plan. Another requirement is Northwest Studies. So typically this is something students may take in middle school. So you might have already taken this class and met this requirement, but if you haven't, we do have a class here at Issaquah High called Northwest Studies that you could take to meet the Washington State History graduation requirement. Some other programs that are available to you are online learning or summer school. So these should be linked within the presentation, and you can always reach out to your counselor if you have more specific questions. I know you're going into your sophomore year, but just some things for you to think about later on in high school, starting in your junior year. Some other programs available to you would be Running Start, so taking classes at a local college, or WANIC, which is exposure to career-based training. So for the course request process, it is informed self-select. So the way this will work is you will request courses for your sophomore year. Just because you request them doesn't mean that you'll necessarily be scheduled in them for your sophomore year, because we build our master schedule off of requests. So go ahead and make your request if you're interested in a class, and then we'll see if we can get you scheduled in it for next year. For the most part, there's only recommendations for classes, not prerequisites. So this is all in our course guide. So you can look at the recommendations as you're selecting your courses to make informed decisions. You can also talk with your current teachers. And then on the course guide and here in this presentation, we're going to talk through subject by subject. So for English, you pretty much have two options your sophomore year. So you'll do literary analysis, and you can do the general class or the honors version. We do have the differences outlined here. The honors class will be a bit more fast-paced. Next, we have social studies. So you have three options for social studies. You can take World History 3, which is a minimum requirement. If you're wanting more of a challenge in social studies, you can take AP Human Geography or AP European Studies. Both of these are similar to the Honors English. Like, this will be a more rigorous course for you to take if you are interested in history. This is an outline of the math progression here at Issaquah High School. So this is something to consider. It's not set in stone. So as you're thinking about what math to take next year, consider how your math class is going currently. What did your teacher advise? You should be having those discussions with your teachers about what to take next year. And it's not on the chart, but if you're in pre-algebra, typically the next level of math you would go to your sophomore year would be Algebra 1. As for science, if you took biology your freshman year, sophomore year, typically you may take chemistry lab methods and physics lab methods. These are both semester-long courses, typically taken together. You could also take chemistry, but if you're already advanced in math and science, you could consider taking physics. There's also some science electives like marine biology, astronomy, material science. So all of these are outlined in the course catalog. So look at those course recommendations and make the best decision for you. For world language, you can consider what your plans are post high school, which I know it's kind of early to be thinking about that, but it helps you plan out your classes now. Because if you're even thinking about going to a 4-year college, typically they have a minimum of needing 2 years of the same world language, which doesn't mean taking those years back to back, like your freshman and your sophomore year. Typically that may be easier, so you retain the knowledge. It just means the same class, but different levels, right? So like French 1 and French 2. And this is the same as your high school graduation requirement because we try to align with those college requirements. But if you're thinking about going into a 2-year college, technical school, military, or work, the world language requirement isn't required for you and may not be required in high school for you. So that's something you can talk to your counselor about more specifically if you have questions about that. But at the same time, you may not want to limit your options at this point in high school. So don't count yourself out before you've decided on your post-high school plans, and maybe consider taking those 2 years of world language just so that you have the 4-year college as an option. And if you are fluent in a language other than English, it is possible for you to take a world language proficiency exam so you can meet those requirements. And that's something you can email your counselor about if you have questions regarding that. For electives, these are the requirements outlined. So when you're planning your courses, start by selecting your core requirements and then see how much room you have left in your schedule. So see how many electives you can fit in your 7-period schedule and what you need to fit in before graduation. And when thinking about what is an elective, that's any class above and beyond the requirement. So 3 years of math is required. If you do a 4th year, that would count as an elective credit. Here are some course name changes for this next school year. So all the classes should have the same material, they just have new names. So visual art is studio art, ceramics is sculpture, iVision is video production, and then we'll have chamber orchestra, string orchestra, and the Evergreen Philharmonic. And all of these will be listed in the new course catalog. Some other resources are Zello for your high school and beyond program. And this can give you some ideas as to what courses can prepare you for certain careers. So this should be already in your Canvas, but you can get some more information from the college and career website about this. We also have some planning sheets for those 4 years of high school on the counseling website, and it should be linked in this presentation. So to wrap up this course request presentation, when thinking about your course request, talk with your family about your choices. Check the counseling website and the course guide for resources. If you have questions, counselors will be available the week after midwinter break. So the week of February 27th for appointments. And you can make these appointments through our QR codes in the counseling office or on the website. And we'll also have lunch drop-ins during both lunches. So you'll log into your student access account to request classes and enter the 7 credits and 3 to 6 alternates. And the deadline to do this is March 3rd at 8 a.m. And a final review of course requests will be available March 27th to April 3rd. All right, that's it. Hope you all have a great day.